Hey everyone, so my name is Leon, and today we're going to talk about episode 14 of Big Brother 23. We're going to talk about Sunday's episode, which is the beginning of the long endurance HOH. But with that being said, let's just jump right into the episode. So, as I mentioned before, it's the beginning of the endurance HOH, which is a wall count where the house gets stand onto the wall, and each person falls off one by one until the last person stands on the wall. Whoever's the last person that stands on the wall will become the new head of household. Um, as we see, Derek F is the first one to fall, followed by Claire, and then all the house guests fall off one by one until we get the final four house guests of Tiffany, Xavier, Alyssa, and Derek X. So we see those four, the last one remaining on the wall. Then we see Tiffany is the first one to fall out of those four, and then we see Derek X, Alyssa, and Xavier come into an agreement where Derek X wins the HOH, but Alyssa and Xavier are safe for the week. What Xavier tries to do, which it's kind of smart, but at the same time, kind of, I don't know if this was the right move for him. He tried to, get Derek X to save all of his former King's allies, which is Christian, Sabeth, Alyssa, and himself for the safety deal that him and Alyssa did with Derek X. But Derek X is like, Sabeth and Christian wasn't, Sabeth always fell off, and Christian wasn't in the competition. So Derek X has no reason to save them, even though, ironically, all four of the Kings, him, Tiffany, Claire, and Kylan, are all part of the former, I would say now, the Royal Flush Alliance, since when we talk about it more later on, that line is going to be no more. So, anyways, Derek X wins the HOH. Hannah celebrates with him in the green goo thingy, I guess. Kind of interesting. Anyways, so I think Derek X, I'm glad he won HOH. He gets his first HOH win, but I'm not sure who his target should be. I think in this week, if I'm Derek X, I would just try to get out a pawn like a Brittany out of the house for this week and don't make too many waves. But as we see here, even though Brittany is one of the people he does put on block, he has ideas and plans to take out a huge threat to his game, which I mentioned that the Royal Flush Alliance no more because he plans to target at least one to two members in the Royal Flush who are former kings in the aforementioned Sour Beth and Christian. I think that's a mistake for him to target, especially Christian, because I think Christian, he's good at winning comps. I think Christian, he needs Christian in jury just to be a bigger threat than he is. When Christian, if he can get Christian out this week, I think it's bad for him because then he's gonna be looked at as a bigger threat, the biggest comp threat left in the jury phase of the game. Because as um this is a fifth bitchin, so this will be the last pre-jury person going out. So I don't know. I don't think Derek actually try to get a Christian this week. If he tries to turn his lines, getting outside Beth is fine because it weakens the likes of Tiffany and Kylan's numbers, and Tiffany and Kylan will have to rely on him more with Sal Beth out the game. But that's my opinion. We'll see how it turns out for him throughout the season. Anyways, him and Hannah talk about what they want to do this week. Hannah says she's happy that Derek X is the HOH because Derek X would do whatever, not specifically whatever she wants to do, but would do whatever they want to do as she tries to word it. But she has some influence on him to, make a nomination that would benefit her game more than his game. But I think it'd be fine. I think Hannah is gonna be definitely safe, but I think Hannah's gonna have a good HOH week. So we'll see how it turns out for her. Yeah, Tiffany now also talks to Derek X, and Claire talks to Derek X, and they try to, see what he wants to do this week. He says he might go out the big move. He does the one-on-one sits down with every house guest. I'm just kind of surprised I didn't see him talk with Kylan yet. Kylan's another close ally of his, one of his closer allies. So we'll see how that turns out for him. But yeah, he's thinking about targeting Sarah Beth, as Tiffany wants Sarah Beth out, so Tiffany's telling him to at least put Sarah Beth on the block. But his main target is Christian, and he wants to do it by a backdoor, meaning that he doesn't put Christian initially on the block, so Christian get the chance to win the power beetle, but he puts up two pawns, and whoever wins the beetle will take one of those pawns off, whereas the pawns themselves or the people, someone else who wins the Power Beetle will take them off the block, and then he wants to put Christian as the nomination replacement. Anyways, I think that's a bad idea, but yeah. Other parts of the episode included, Azza trying to be more sociable. Derek F tries to say, "Hey, people could tell when you're mad on your face," and Azza tries to work on that. And then they also had a segment of Derek F sleeping, so I think that's interesting. But yeah, other than that, as we see the end of the episode, the nominations, we see Derek X put up Brittany, who's a part of the Joker's line, not Joker's line, Joker's team, and Sabeth, who's part of his Royal Flush Alliance. Those are the two pawns, and if Christian doesn't play a Beetle and one of those nominees win or gets taken off the block, then Christian's gonna be the back door, and he might be the primary target to take out this week. But we'll see, because that's not what Tiffany wants. But we'll see what happens. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. More recaps coming soon, and adios. Adios.